Hello. The following 10 questions in this tutorial are very similar to the questions on your homework assignment for week 12. Pause the video as needed to guide you through answering all the questions for this week. Make sure you have your math reference materials. Number 1. What is the area of the label on the can shown below? The area of the label is the lateral surface area. The lateral surface area is the perimeter of the base times the height. This means that the perimeter of the base will be equal to the circumference of the base. The formula for circumference is 2 pi r. If we multiply 2 times 3.14 times 2, the answer will be 12.56. That is the distance around the base. The height is 5. So your lateral surface area, or the label, the area of the label, would be 12.56 times 5. The area of the label is 62.8 inches squared. Now you try question number 1 on your homework assignment. Zapp's car rental charges $14 an hour to rent a car. Easy Car Rental charges $7.50 an hour plus a rental fee of $25.50 per rental. Write an inequality to represent after how many hours is it less expensive to rent from Easy Car Rental. So Zapp versus Easy Car. $14 an hour, where X is equal to the number of hours. And Easy Car Rental is $7.50 an hour plus a fixed fee of $25.50. The question is, when is Easy Car Rental less? So we have to write the inequality sign as 14x is greater than 7.5x plus 25.50. The question is not asking to solve for the inequality, but let's go ahead and do that. We will subtract from 7.5x to cancel that out. 6.5x would be left on the left. We want to keep the inequality sign, and we have 25.50 on the right. If we divide by 6.5, x would be greater than approximately 3.92. So this would be that after 4 hours approximately, that's when Zapp is more expensive than Easy, or in other words, Easy Car Rental will be less expensive to rent from. Now you try question number 2 on your homework assignment. What is the value of h? If we separate both triangles, we will have that by the postulate of angle, we have two angles that are corresponding and congruent to each other. This angle is congruent and the right angles are congruent. So that means that we can go ahead and assume that these two are similar triangles, and we can set a proportion. So we can set a proportion in two ways. We can actually compare this side to this side of the large triangle, okay, as we would compare the height and then the height of the larger one. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 3 over 6 would be equal to h over 8. Okay, we can cross multiply, or we can simplify, however it works for you. Okay, if you do it this way, that would be h is equal to 4. If your teacher tells you that you must find the cross products, you can go ahead and do this method. The height of the smaller triangle would be equal to 4 inches. Now you try question number 3 on your homework assignment. How much interest is earned on an account with $2,000 for 4 years compounded at an annual interest rate of 6.5%? The formula for compounded interest is the principal times 1 plus the rate at the power of time in years. So we have 2,000, we have 1 plus the interest changed to decimal, and we have an exponent of 4. The total amount would be $2,572.93. The question is how much interest is earned. So we go back to that principal and we subtract it from what we got in the formula. This would be the total amount earned in 4 years, $572 and change. So now you try question number 4 on your homework sheet. Write each decimal as a fraction for number 5. This would be 6 over 10. We simplify by dividing the top and the bottom by 2. So this is 3/5. This would be 4 over 1,000. We can divide by 4. And that would be 1 over 250. And 7 and 8 over 10 is 7 and 4/5. Now you try question number 5 on your homework sheet. Number 6, are the triangles shown below similar? Explain your reasoning. In this figure, there is no information regarding the length of sides. All we have are the measurement of angles. So we can look at the measurement of the angles and see if they are congruent. If they are, then we can infer that they are similar. 95 and 95 are congruent. We need to find the missing measurement for A and the missing measurement for B. So 95 and 41 add up to 136. And if we subtract that from 180, because the total is 180, then we have 44. So if this is 44 and this is 44, this one must be 41 and this one 41, because again, they must add up to 180. So all the angles are congruent. The corresponding angles are congruent. Therefore, these two triangles are similar. Now you try question number 6 on your homework assignment. Number 7, what is the measure of the unlabeled angle of the triangle below? Again, triangles have angles that measure a sum of 180. 126 plus 22 is 148, and if you subtract 148 from 180, you have that the missing angle measures 32 degrees. Now you try to do number 7 on your homework assignment. Number 8, a square sandbox has an area of 49 square feet. That means that all the sides measure the same, and since the area of a square is the side squared, then we need to find what is the square root of 49 to know what the length of one side is. The square root of 49 is 7, so that means each side of this sandbox measures 7 feet in length. Now you try question number 8 on your homework assignment. Number 9, convert 6.43 times 10 to the negative fifth power to standard notation. Let's write 6.43 here on the right, because this negative 5 means that we are moving towards the left. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Your decimal point would go right here. You would fill with zeros so that your answer converted to standard notation is 0. We must add 4 zeros, 6, 4, 3. Now you try question number 9 on your homework assignment. Number 10, which of the following expressions is equal to the measure of angle D? Okay, for this question, I will give you some information and maybe you can answer on your homework assignment sheet. D is what we call the exterior angle of this triangle that we can say is called ABC. So this exterior angle is when you extend one of the sides and you form this angle outside. That's the exterior angle. So the exterior angle is supplementary to one of the angles in the triangle because together they form a straight angle. They form that straight line that you see right here. Okay? All right. These two angles here are called A and B. They are remote interior angles. They are remote interior angles to this one. That's the relationship that they have. D is an exterior angle of this triangle, and A and B are remote interior angles to D. Now, by rule, D will always be equal to the sum of A and B. A and B together, when you add them to C, will add up to 180. D, when you add it to C as well, will also add up to 180. So that is why they must add up to the same amount as D. Let's try with an example. If C were 50, then D would have to be 130 because supplementary angles add up to 180. Correct? Okay. If C again is 50, then these two must add up to 130. Even though we do not know which is the measurement of each one, we do know for sure that they add up to 130 because together with 50, this triangle must add up to 180. So that is why we can say that A, B, and C are all angles that add up to 180, and D and C also add up to 180. So with this information I have given, try to answer question number 10 on your homework assignment sheet.